It is closing argument time in the winner-take-all states of Ohio and Florida tonight. Native son candidates in those states likely face win-or-stay-home scenarios against the political phenomena that is Donald Trump. Tomorrow's Republican primaries will decide more than a quarter of the delegates needed for the nomination. And the emotion that comes with Trump's us versus them campaign has in some places turned heated and in some cases violent. Chief political correspondent Carl Cameron begins our coverage tonight from West Palm Beach, Florida. Good evening, Carl.
Hi, Brad. Well, ahead of tomorrow's winner-take-all primaries, it has been a weekend filled with outbursts and disruptions at Donald Trump's various campaign events and rallies.
The press is now calling this saying, oh, but there's such violence. No violence. No, you know how many people have been hurt at our rallies? I think like basically none. There's no violence. There's love fest. These are love fests.
The crowd was pretty amped up during a Trump Q&A moderated by Governor Chris Christie. At one point, Trump acted as though the violence wasn't an issue. But he canceled the Chicago event because protesters were so boisterous Friday night. And then Saturday, a demonstrator rushed the stage, and Secret Service had to circle the frontrunner for his own safety. Later in the afternoon, campaigning with Sarah Palin, the tension somewhat subsided. Kasich campaigned with Mitt Romney and has been blasting Trump for fomenting violence and hate among supporters.
Leadership is not dividing people. Leadership is not encouraging a toxic environment where we blame one group because of the failure of another or the success of another. This country is about us coming together.
In Florida, Marco Rubio's in trouble, but putting on a brave face.
Tomorrow's a day where we're going to shock the country, and we're going to do what needs to be done. We're going to win the 99 delegates here in Florida. And it's going to give us the momentum we need to go into Arizona and Utah and beyond.
It would be a shock since most polls, including the latest Monmouth survey, show Trump widening his lead over Rubio. Trump's at 44, Rubio 27, Ted Cruz at 17, and John Kasich at 9. Trump leads polls in North Carolina and Missouri, but in Ohio, a Quinnipiac poll shows Trump and Kasich in an actual tie at 38%, with Cruz at 16, and Rubio not even registering within the poll's margin of error. Ted Cruz was in Illinois today, a state with 69 GOP delegates, where he reminded voters that Trump for years has sided with and funded Democrats.
Just how rich are you that you got 50 grand and you're saying, gosh, I can think of nothing better to do than give this to Rahm Emanuel to really hammer the people of Chicago?
Cruz has won 7 states and 370 delegates. Trump leads with 15 states won and 460 delegates. John Kasich has said if he loses his home state, he will drop out, while Rubio's already declared that even in defeat in Florida, he'll go all the way to the July party convention in Cleveland. And Trump and his campaign could be facing some new legal trouble. After a Fayetteville, North Carolina event last week in which one of the audience members was punched in the face, the Sheriff's Department is now investigating whether or not a charge of inciting a riot might be leveled, and they're looking at their own methodology to see if there was something that the law enforcement could have done to keep things a little bit more calm and peaceful. Brett?
Carl Cameron, West Palm Beach. Carl, thanks.